Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Robotics Strategy Forum 2020, the second consecutive edition of Robotics Strategy Forum organized by the Professional Association of Robotics and Automation. My name is Yonko Chuklev and I am the Deputy Chairperson of the association. Today, we're streaming live from Sofia Tech Park and you'll have the chance to hear multiple interesting insights and perspectives in the field of robotics from a policymaking, industry, and education perspective. Joining me for the opening of the forum is the Executive Director of the Bulgarian Small and Medium Enterprises Promotion Agency, Mr. Boyko Takov. Mr. Takov, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you very well.
Thank you very much for joining us. Can you share your review of the year and what do you think is next for the Bulgarian innovation sector and economy?
Well, first of all, thanks for inviting me in this forum, which I appreciate a lot. And as you know, we are supporting ПАРА from the beginning. I would like to point out a few numbers about the SMEs, of course, and I would say a few words and for the buyers for the SMEs. First of all, interesting numbers that I would like to share with you. At European Union level, SMEs employ more than 100 million people and produce more than half of Europe's GDP. Bulgarian small and medium-sized enterprises account for 75.7% of total employment and for 65.3% of the value added in the economy in 2018. They are of great importance for the growth and the competitiveness of the European and Bulgarian economy. In principle, SMEs are seen as a driver for innovative solutions to challenge related to climate change and resource efficiency. In the period 2008-2018, the share of the Bulgarian enterprises in high-tech manufacturing and knowledge-intensive services has increased from 15.5% to 19.8%. And the growth is projected to continue in the next years. The share of persons employed in these economic activities has increased in a similar pattern from 15.7% in 2008 to 18.6% in 2018. And there are indications of potential growth to 19.4% in 2020. However, the percentage in this total value added of these enterprises is substantially higher. It increased from 22.3% to 26.6% for the same period, and expectation shows that in 2020, this year, the value of the indicator will reach 27.7%. Of course, there are a lot of a range of barriers in adopting ICTs and other digital technologies, like limited human and organizational capital, insufficient digital and technology skills, lack of resources to train the necessary ICT operating workers, lack of know-how about advanced ICTs, lack of trust in the digital economy, etc. Other barriers to SMEs digitalization include security and privacy concerns, as well as associated costs combined with limited financial resources. There seem to be insufficient understanding to the essence and benefits of digitalization and implementation of latest technologies among SMEs. This leads to inability to articulate a clear business case that takes into account the costs of digitizing, but also the relevant gains related to productivity, saving, exchange, quality of operations, and new business opportunities. Consequently, there is a need to raise the awareness among entrepreneurs and managers about the positive impact that implementation of digital technologies and solutions may bring, including by sharing success stories and good practices. Another perspective on related risk and mitigation strategies, including in cybersecurity and data privacy, would strengthen the level of confidence and trust that is needed to stimulate actions. Finally, there should be accessible training options targeted at the digital upskilling of SMEs and raising the level of relevant human resources capacity within the SME organizations in order to narrow the identified skills gap. And this is maybe one of our jobs as SME agency to work with such kind of organization like PARA to work in this direction, to help the SMEs to upgrade their skills and their knowledge about the new technologies and robotics, of course. So I wish a lot of success to all of participants in today's forum, and we really believe in such kind of organizations that will help to our companies.
So, very much for your support, Mr. Takov. For sure, we'll continue our collaboration going forward.
I hope so. It will be a pleasure for us.
For us as well. Thank you very much. This was Mr. Boyko Takov, Executive Director of the Bulgarian Small and Medium Enterprises Executive Promotion Agency. Going forward, we do agree that small and medium companies were the backbone of the Bulgarian innovative sector. However, this year has been one of the most dynamic years, it's safe to say, on record. More than 3 billion people around the globe were facing lockdowns associated with the coronavirus situation in March and April. Again, globally, we had over 1.2 billion children studying remotely, and in this new environment, it seemed that remote work became the new normal, with countries such as the United Kingdom actually indicating that 60% of the adult workforce was working remotely. This trend was further enhanced by companies such as Microsoft and Twitter, which indicated that their employees may work remotely permanently. In this new environment, it seemed that life had changed for good. It was easy to be a pessimist. However, we from the Professional Association of Robotics and Automation, we chose a different path. We joined the global entrepreneurs and executives, which used any technology from robotics to AI to improve the current situation. We do believe that technology can further contribute not only to the growth of the economy, but to the global humanitarian situation and how we can cope with any challenges going forward. This year, the Professional Association of Robotics and Automation has assisted the Bulgarian tech scene by making the first interactive map of clubs and academies teaching robotics and teaching STEM education and new technology. We also facilitated cooperation between these clubs. We organized the biggest robotics forum in Bulgaria last month in September, again here in Sofia Tech Park, Robo Days 2020. We participated in the making of the first COVID safety checklist, which was applicable both to companies and to additional institutions. We established the first robotics club here in Sofia Tech Park, and we joined the Export Hub, which was an initiative by the Bulgarian small and medium enterprise promotion agencies. The Bulgarian robotics sector also had an interesting dynamic this year, and a number of developments have begun. First, in the city of Pleven, we had Bulgarian surgeons which took the unprecedented decision to operate a patient remotely through a robot. The patient managed to recover, and robots also started playing a huge role in the education of medical students in the city. Disinfection robots have been developed by the Bulgarian Academy of Sciences and by Sofia Tech Park's AI and CAD Systems Laboratory in cooperation with two companies. We had some of our exhibitors today which started making new interesting developments as well. We had Giga Automata, who are our exhibitors today, and they started the first serial production of Bulgarian collaborative robots. We have Schneider Electric Bulgaria, who are operating the first smart factory in the country and are going to share the results from its operation today in the forum. We have Bulgarian IoT company Alterco Robotics, who developed smart solutions coping with the virus. And at the same time, automation remained a hot topic in the Bulgarian industry. In case my colleagues can share insights from the latest PARA inquiry in the Bulgarian industry, we saw that automation was playing a crucial role, and in spite of the pandemic, it remained a hot topic. Now, we asked companies, has the pandemic affected your plans, your investment plans for automation? The reply we got is that 41% of the companies said that actually the situation with the coronavirus slowed down their plans. Sometimes it's because of the fact that their vendors are in a difficult situation, and sometimes it's because of different reasons. 9% of companies said that their plans are permanently delayed, and we have 19% of companies which said that basically their automation plans are not delayed at all, 12% who are still not clear, and we have 90% of the companies we used to call heroes, who even the pandemic situation has speeded up their automation plans. Now, we asked, what type of automation are you considering? And the most popular answer we got with a 44% percentage was both discrete and software automation. Software automation of production was the second most popular chosen option with 28%, and discrete automation was ranked next with 22%, and just 6% of companies said that basically their plans are delayed. Now, asking which activity would you like to automate, the top answer is the same as last year. Production is the activity most companies would love to automate, followed by data collection and processing, administration, quality assurance, packaging, and R&D. One of our favorite questions, budgets for automation. Asking what your budget for automation in the next 3 years is. The top answer we got was obviously above 5,000 euros. We had 16% of the companies which did not have defined budgets because of the situation, and actually we had quite a few which had small automation budgets, which is understandable for small economies like ours, which small enterprises play a crucial role. When asked what type of robots could assist your production, robots helping with the assembly of components were the top choice, followed by inspection robots and robots for loading and filling, as well as varnishing and collaborative robots, which obviously have their role to play in the Bulgarian manufacturing sector. What's your main drive for investments in robotics? Same as last year, increased quality was the top reason why companies in Bulgaria invest in robotics and automation. Cost optimization is the second most popular option, productivity increase, the third one, and lack of labor force is the fourth most popular option, why actually companies invest in robots and automation. The profile of those companies is as follows. Most of the companies that actually participated in the PARA survey are up to 50 people, which means that they are small enterprises. And the second biggest category are actually the big enterprises, which are above 500 people. And in the middle, we have a lot of companies between 50 and 150 people. And we have some companies which are between 150 and 300 people. Now, the dynamic was not just in the Bulgarian innovation and automation sector, it was in the whole region. Most of you know that Microsoft announced their plans for opening a cloud hub in Greece. At the same time, in Romania, the robotic process automation company UiPath is planning a listing on one of the biggest stock exchanges, which is going to be one of the biggest tech success stories in the region. And in Serbia, NVIDIA announced their plans to create an AI platform in the country. Those and additional interesting topics you can hear today, and now we're about to dig even deeper in those trends and present you with some of the most interesting speakers in the region and in the industry. Please stay tuned with us.